There are days when we second guess ourselves, question our direction, wonder if we've lost the thread of where we're going. And today carries a, that kind of energy, some of that energy. The sense of confusion, of not knowing what's real or what to trust. And yet, it's usually within those very moments of uncertainty when that spark breaks through, that aha moment, that flash of insight, that sudden connection, that shift in perception that changes everything. What begins as doubt turns into revelation. What feels unclear opens into a breakthrough. And we didn't even see it coming. So this isn't the kind of day where we're going to be chasing those answers. It's a day to stay open. So we're open to the lightning bolt when it arrives. So join me as we gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy. By the end of our time together, it's my intention, my hope, that you now have the tools, the wisdom, the insight to go forward with confidence, with clarity, with love. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. I send it right back to you. And welcome to your daily focus for September the 23rd, 2025. I know I'm very late for those of you who have been patiently waiting for me. I just, last night was not a good night's sleep. And then, I had work to do and I really just didn't have the oomph to do it, but I thought, well, it's going to pour rain in about an hour, so I'll just do some of this work outside until it rains, and it didn't rain. So I got it all done. But I was exhausted, and I had some supper and I sat down for a minute, and the next thing I knew, I was waking up after a very extended nap. So I do apologize in advance for being late, because that is something I do not want to do. Anyways, back to you. September the 23rd, we have the 23 energy. The 23 energy is having a faith, a belief that there is a power stronger than us, bigger than us, helping us to move forward in the directions we want to go. 2 plus 3 is a 5 energy, and the 5 energy, well, it's a busy energy. So we could be very busy today. We could be all over the place. We could be doing 1,001 things. But I think the main core thing that I want you to take away from a 5 energy is it's a day of just being in the moment, of having fun and creating giggles and laughter and dancing in the street if you want, allowing your creativity to flow, your inner expression to flow. If we look at the daily numerology, it would be a 9 plus a 5 plus a 9, which gives us the 23. 2 plus 3 is a 5. So know that those numbers are charged. They are charged. So this is usually where I was pulling out my journal. I'm not going to do it today. I want to thank you, though, for everybody who has already purchased one. If when you receive it, you love it, please go back and just leave it a review to help me along the way before I open it up to the general public, okay? So, but thank you for the great response. Absolutely. And as much as it helps me, I think it helps you so much more, okay? It will allow you to, it's just showing up for yourself, saying, I choose me in this moment. And I don't care if you write paragraphs in it. I don't care if you write one word in it. Your brain is witnessing you showing up for you. Do that for 365 days and see where that leads. You will be amazed. Okay, Sun is in Libra, Moon is in Libra, and if you want to look at the journal, I would suggest maybe going back on a different date. I think I put it in right after the numerology, so it's towards the beginning where I showed you a little bit of the book, or the link is in the description box below. Okay, Sun is in Libra, Moon is in Libra. Did I say that to you already? Okay, today's kind of funky. The Sun stands opposite Neptune, and the Sun forms a trine to Uranus. So together, they create a very unusual mix of energy. Absolutely. The opposition to Neptune can blur the edges of our reality. We may feel uncertain, unclear, even disillusioned. Okay, it's like we're looking at our life or the path that we want to walk through a misty window. So it's quite easy to feel like the answers, the path that we are searching for is just out of reach for us. But at the same time, the sun is trining Uranus, okay? And that's going to bring in these sudden flashes of clarity, of innovation. You know, it's that lightning bolt of inspiration, that aha moment, that epiphany. And it cuts through that haze, just like a sun would cut through the fog. It shows us a new way forward. Now, that fog serves a purpose here, right? It slows us down, hopefully. It softens our uncertainty. And it makes space for the unexpected to strike. This is a day when confusion and clarity work hand in hand. Neptune will leave us questioning. Uranus brings us breakthroughs. And it's not about forcing things into focus. You know, we don't have to sit there and wipe that window over and over again to try and see what is hindering us or not allowing us to move forward, or where exactly is that path. But it's being in the moment. Okay, and allowing that insight to find us. So give ourselves a little bit of space here before we make some big decisions. Confusion and doubt are in the air, absolutely. And we know what happens when we rush into things, okay? It can lead to choices that we wish we never made, or we made the opposite choice. Everything's a lesson. Allow time for clarity, okay? Because that's what you will get today. Take a step back, and the right answer may just become obvious, or within a couple of hours you have your answer. Trust your intuition. I think because a lot of signals are being, like, they'll feel mixed. Okay? But our inner compass, we can trust our inner compass, that gut feeling, that quiet sense of this feels perfect, or something's off here. And that's sharp today. Journaling, meditation, being in the moment. Pay attention to how your body talks to you. Okay? Your body usually tells you if it's truth or illusion, if we listen to it, if we listen to our heart, if we understand if we're wearing a smile or a grimace, if we're feeling defeated or we're standing up straight and tall. And stay open to surprises today. Okay? When clarity does strike, it may not look like what you were expecting. Okay, that sudden conversation, that unexpected phone call, that idea that comes out of simply nowhere, that could be the turning point you were looking for. So stay flexible, okay? Embrace the insight. And yeah, it might interrupt your plans, but allow it to, okay? Perfect day for brainstorming, for artistic projects, approaching a problem from a new perspective, a different angle. And feeling doubt is uncomfortable. Absolutely. The temptation might just be to act quickly, just do something. So we need to ask ourselves, am I acting from a place of confidence right now, or am I just trying to end this uncertainty? And I think, too, the confusion, the mix of confusion, I should say, with the flashes of insight and aha moments and epiphanies, that can just, our mind will feel like it's on a roller coaster, like maybe too many tabs are open at once here. So if we find ourselves jumping from one thing to another, you know what to do. Ground yourself. Okay, take a walk, just breathe, write it out. Okay, that'll ground you so that those thoughts don't keep spiraling. Okay, when we put it onto paper, we give it definition. And then the clarity comes through so easily for us at times. We may be second guessing ourselves, wondering if we're looking in the wrong direction. But I do believe that the confusion also has a value. Like, confusion isn't as negative as we may believe, especially on a day like today, because it'll slow us down a little bit. Maybe just long enough for that new perspective to break through and everything changes in our life. I mean, this is a day for surprises. Okay, insights come when we least expect them. A sudden idea, a conversation. The only thing you can expect when Uranus is involved is the unexpected. And if we stay open, these flashes of clarity can guide us towards paths we couldn't even have planned or imagined. So instead of forcing solutions today, allow the mix of doubt and inspiration to work together on your behalf. Notice what doesn't feel right. Trust in the nudges that point us elsewhere. Welcome the breakthroughs that appear simply out of nowhere. Okay, it's all about letting uncertainty give way to revelation, about trusting that even when the path looks unclear, the right next step will always reveal itself in perfect timing. Okay, let's go to the cards, shall we? Oh, I forgot to look to see the card underneath. Shoot. Sorry, guys. I was kind of still waking up. I don't want to have coffee because otherwise I'll be up till, oh, who knows when. And then I'll really be messed up for my sleeping. Don't want to do that. But I've just had several days of just go, 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 right? I mean, the one day we were driving, then on a train, and then on a different train, and then on a streetcar, and then on a bus, and then we did it all backwards. Did I cut that? I don't know. We'll do it again. And then, of course, we were doing something in between, which was a lot of fun. I met up with a group of people that we have so much fun when we're together. We act like little kids. We really do. We have so much fun. Okay. Oh, look at this. We have the Tower card today. Yeah. Awakenings. Maybe not the way we wanted to be awakened, but awakenings nonetheless. This is when we see what the limitation is, what's holding us back, what doesn't allow us to move forward, what stands in our way. Could be ourselves too. But we get that epiphany, we get that aha moment, we get that strike of insight. That strike of insight. And here we are, okay? If you can imagine yourself being that bubble of light inside, you've blown out the ceiling. That glass ceiling that has kept you trapped, that hasn't allowed you to move forward in the way you want. Something completely can shift today, or over the next several days, actually. I think this energy stays with us until at least the weekend. Ace of Pentacles. A brand new path opens up to us, bringing in security, success, wealth. This is a brand new path. We come across it. Now, with the Ace of Pentacles usually plays the role of you're thinking about, you want to do something and you don't know how to do it, or you need something. You need this one item or this one thing that is going to allow you to really step into it and be the success you want to be. It's like you haven't upgraded your wardrobe because you've been unemployed, and now you got this job, and it's going to be an office job, and so you need office clothes, and you have no office clothes. And your neighbor from 3 doors down just randomly knocks on your door and says, "Hey, I've got all this business attire, and it's really good. I've worn most of the things only 2 or 3 times. Would you like them, or I can donate them to a charity?" And it's exactly what you had asked for. Okay. It's kind of like we get that thumbs up, like, yes, you're on the right path. Keep going. Stay strong. Believe in yourself. Okay. That, the Ace of Pentacles, the brand new path opens up to us and it tells us that we're on the right path. So don't worry so much about any kind of confusion, what you're not understanding. Don't allow yourself to put that self-doubt on yourself. Don't doubt yourself today, of all days. Listen to your intuition. The Hangman is here. Wow, strong cards today. The Hangman. The Hangman says, first of all, the Hangman's not struggling. He's upside down. So he's looking at things through a different perspective, which is inviting us to do the same, to be in the moment, to understand what we have control of and where we actually need control, what we may need to surrender to, where we need to stop worrying so much about yesterday or tomorrow, but be more present and in the moment today. Review different scenarios that you are going through without the emotion, Try and look at it like you're watching a movie, that you're not attached to what is playing out in front of you. And then we have the Justice card. So yeah, very strong cards here. I mean, well, the sun's been beaming down on us in a lot of ways. The sun has been very busy talking, and it represents us, our accomplishments, where we're going, what we're stepping into, what we are evolving into, transforming into, what we want to make tangible in our world. And the Justice card is here to say, cut away what no longer matters. Stop carrying everything forward with you. Get it off the plate. Okay, and make a commitment to yourself, a promise to yourself. Set a goal. Open up your heart to a dream or a passion or a desire and set that goal. And with this energy, so long as we show up consistently and put towards action behind that goal, we will have success bigger than we could have ever imagined, because the Justice is an 11 energy. So it is a master number. And things can happen quite quickly. But don't shy away from the lessons that are in front of us. It may seem hard, but so is walking at one time or eating with a fork. Come on. Go to the ancient stones, and we have obstacle. Find another road, flexibility, and change. Okay, obstacle. Here we are. So this card is talking to us about, there's nothing subtle about stone. If a large one appears upon your path, it can block your way forward. You can try all you like, but attempting to move something that will not budge is probably a waste of your energy. You're better off admitting defeat. When obstacles appear on our path, it's easy to feel frustrated and stubbornly try to push on through. However, sometimes obstacles occur in order for us to slow down and find another way. Oh, you can't make this stuff up, can you? The alternate route may feel like a detour, but if you're able to zoom out of your life and gain a greater perspective, you may find that what you thought was an obstacle was actually a blessing all along. The obstacle card is an invitation to pay attention to where there's ease and where you're trying to stubbornly cling, push, force. And if you trust the seasons of your life and let life move you, you'll not only find more flow and ease along your journey, but more joy and fun too. The soul inquiry is, where in my life am I stubbornly pushing on through? And if I wasn't afraid of change, then what would I do? So, if you weren't afraid of change, what would you do? because we do not like change, okay? And some people say, "Ah, it's okay." But, yeah. We like our illusions of safety. We've worked hard for them. But we know that if we were to just stay where we are, then we stagnate. We go nowhere. So we have to allow the change, the transformation to come in our life. And we have fertility with the turtle. Fertility with the turtle. I haven't had the turtle in a while. So creation, patience, stability, longevity, protection. The most important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying, even when there seemed to be no hope at all. And if we've chosen turtle, we have, because here we are, you are being told that there is great opportunity coming for a new project. You have waited a long time for this, but Turtle reminds you that slow and steady does, in fact, win the race. Turtle tells you to have patience, slow down, keep a steady pace, and you will get further than acting impatiently and frustrated. Oh my goodness, you cannot make this up, can you? Have you been trying to get pregnant or know someone close to you is wishing to have a baby or maybe start a new business? Okay, we can throw that in here as well. Turtle tells you there may be indeed a pregnancy announcement by you or someone close to you. And it's someone who has been waiting a long time for this new edition. So it could be somebody who has been working for a decade trying to get their business going. And now they're reaching that stage where things are starting to click and come together. And that could be you as well, right? Turtle is a positive message and one with much happiness. So we have that happiness and joy worked out there too in all the cards, which was the 5 energy. So everything was represented within the cards today. Go with the flow today. Stay in the moment. Okay? Don't make any rash moves. Ask yourself, is this the right next step for me? Am I doing it out of confidence that I know this is the right step? Or am I doing it just to break up this confusion and this mess, and I'm just going to try this and see if it happens, and I haven't done any research, and that's just going to lead you right back to here again. So take a breath, enjoy your day. Don't go in search of the answers. The answers, the insight will find you today. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.